Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning. Today my group, which is group 1, will present about white root disease. First is the white root pathogen and its life cycle. So the white root pathogen, the name of the pathogen is Rigidoporus lignosus, and it is in the fungi kingdom from phylum Basidiomycota and class Aphilophorales. Life cycle of these Basidiomycota fungi. So
Moving on to the disease cycle, since we know that the pathogen is in the phylum of Basidiomycota, it will form the mushroom structure also known as the basidiocalc to spread its spores, which is also called the basidiospores, as shown in the center of the diagram. The spores are spread into the soil and any wood pieces and can attack the hosts. In our case, it is the rubber trees. The spores of the pathogens will attack their roots by growing their rhizomorphs, which are the root-like hyphae, into the roots of the trees. Eventually, the pathogen can be seen at the base of the trees, or as they call it, the collar of the tree, and their roots when they are infected. Without treatment, the tree will die from severe symptoms caused by the pathogen, and the cycle of the disease will continue either by spreading into nearby trees through the growth of their rhizomorph or through their spores from the position of the dead tree. That's all for the disease cycle.
Thank you. So I will move to the next section, which is the field symptom for white root disease, which is as we can see on the picture. Picture 1, the leaf become yellowish brown and exhibit downward curvature. As we can see on the picture, the leaf on the top, which is it's become yellowish and it's become downward curvature. Okay, the next one is the off-season flowering. The off-season flowering, that's mean on that season, which is for example on April to June, it have off-season flowering. Even if the April to June the temperature is suitable for flowering in Malaysia. For example, in Johor, which is at that time the temperature is the season for flowering, but it's become off-season flowering because of the white rose disease. Okay, for the next one is mycelia on tree collar. As we can see on the picture 3, the mycelia was attached to the tree collar. As we can see here, the white color of mycelia on the collar. Okay, for the fourth picture is the field system, and we can see on the picture 4 the rhizomorph attached to the root surface. This is the root surface for the rubber tree. This is known as the white root disease. Okay, for the last one is the dieback. The tree become die and cannot be recovered because of this root disease. So that's all for me. I will pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
Next is the diagnostic tests available. Diagnostic tests available are comprised of two methods, which is visual method and serological reaction. Visual method comprised of abnormal growth of leaf, mycelium growth on the neck of taproot, and the second method of diagnostic test is serological reaction is by using yolk chicken antibodies induced by immunization with mycelium extract. The visual method are one of the methods that we can use to detect white root disease on plant. Items such as abnormal colors of leaf and mycelium growth on the neck of taproot are often used. Abnormal color of leaf, which describe as leaf become more yellowish to brown and exhibit downward curvature. B. The mycelium grow on the neck of the taproot, which described as the network of mycelia rudigiformis lignosus on the tree collar. This method are conventional, are still used for detection of viral disease. However, this method is less effective and less efficient. The serological reaction is using yolk chicken antibodies induced by immunization with mycelium extract. It utilized polyclonal antibodies and could detect development of white root disease in mycelium in various soil types appropriately. This serological reaction could be developed and as early warning system for the VRD infection. The short-term output, that is serological kit, can be used for detecting white root disease early system on infected rubber plants.
Now, we focus on the management options for after planting rubber plants established within previous. In a conclusion, white root disease caused by the fungus Rigidoporus microporus is one of the most important diseases in rubber plants. The financial loss due to this disease is very high, especially in smallholder rubber plantations. Therefore, the early detection will be more effective and economically viable than curative approach. It is necessary to know the causal pathogens of life cycle and disease cycle in order to identify its symptoms on plants so that can manage by taking some precautions to control the disease in early stage. That's all from us. Thank you.